So in putting together the business and the idea of the business transforming lives, I wanted to target key people to support how they're transforming lives. And I thought, why not start off with the first unicorn that I ever met, my mother. She actually started through a path of being a nurse as a young girl growing up in Malawi, Africa. And she later transitioned into education and actually opened up a school. And I didn't know this until recently, but my father told me that the reason why she started a school was because she didn't trust any of the schools to take care of her kids, right? So I started off homeschool, I guess you would say, as one of her early students. And at the time, it was some rinky-dink, we were in like a classroom and a few kids from the community joined me. There was probably like 3 or 4 of us, and those kids needed daycare or someone to look after them, and my mom had created this structure. Eventually what she found out is like there was a bigger need for what she was creating in the school, and more people from the community were reaching out to her for opportunities to join her school. That project, when she left it, had grown from like a small kindergarten classroom to like grades 1 through 5. The school has since grown significantly from that small classroom, like 3 or 4 students, to now like 700. And there's a lot of graduates who've done amazing things, doctors, politicians, you name it, have come from her school. There's primary through secondary. There are about 700 students annually. Really big school. It has a playground area that's really nice. I recently went back and taught a class on writing essays and got into a sack race with some of the students, which I won, which was pretty awesome. And if you go to the school, you'd be heavily impressed by the facilities there and what they support, but she's doing it by herself. I've supported wherever I could, of course, but there's a lot of effort that needs to be done. There's a lot of work. So this year, as we're putting together the fundraising efforts for the Masquerade Ball, all proceeds are going towards projects that are impacting those students. The important needs like clinics. There's dormitories that need to be built to help with attrition. As you can imagine, the way the school is built in rural Malawi, kids have issues with traveling to get to class. So we're helping with that, putting in school buses. So there's a lot that's going to be done through the fundraising efforts of the Masquerade Ball, and I'm looking forward to supporting her and transforming lives. This is a startup project that she bootstrapped, she paid for. It all came from her pockets, right? She's using her salary as a nurse in the US to pay salaries for about 30 plus faculty. In addition to having a school, she's funded orphanages. By herself, she's built churches. She leads church groups. In me watching what she's been doing single-handedly, and seeing the vision that she's seen through fruition, I know like 2 important things. Like 1, it's a vision that God gave her, and 2, like she's the first unicorn that I ever met. She's a true unicorn. She's transforming lives. Unicorns are unique. It's a really small, exclusive community. It's the typical Clark Kent by day, Superman by night. Person who doesn't take credit for transforming or saving lives. They're really the soft-spoken, the unsung hero.